All right, how do we fix the streets in New York and other things? Joining us now, dear friend, Transportation Secretary, the great Sean Duffy. Secretary Sean Duffy, thank you for coming on. Can you stop congestion pricing, Sean? It's a tax on working folks. Everybody knows that, except the left-wingers in New York.
Yeah, so Larry, it's in litigation right now. Again, if we lose at the trial court, we're gonna appeal it. But the problem, which you mentioned, Larry, is you're taxing the average Joe out of driving the streets of New York. And the streets aren't just made for the rich. They're made for everybody. Everyone's tax dollars go to the streets of New York and every highway, interstate in this country. And so we're pushing back on Governor Hochul. Larry, what she says is it's working. Well, no doubt it's working. You can tax people out of their cars. They won't drive on the roads and you'll get rid of congestion. But it's not for any other reason that they can't afford it. So, and again, they're taking this money. They're not putting the money back into roads. They're taking the money from congestion pricing and they're putting it into the MTA, which is the subway system in New York, which is dirty and violent and crime-ridden. One other point, this is not for those outside of New York, but the Queensboro Bridge is a bridge that connects Queens to the city. And the problem is they took away a lane of travel, Larry, and they gave it to bikes and pedestrians, creating more congestion. They don't give a damn about congestion. So they want to raise money. They want to tax you more, Larry.
So, Sean, let's take this. This is so important. You read my mind. It's exactly right. They've done the same thing in Manhattan. Okay, the same thing. They've made all these crazy traffic patterns. You've got cars in lanes in the middle of the street so they can have huge lanes for bicycles and pedestrians. Then on the other side, you have bus lanes, public transportation that no one's taking because people are moving out of New York. They've done the same thing in Manhattan. I mean, if you want to get rid of congestion, change all this traffic stuff. Let's go back to something that was working not so long ago. And they hate cars and they hate trucks because they think it's all climate. And it's crazy. And that's what, I don't know if you have any authority about the way they set up these lanes.
You take away you take away traffic lanes and make them bus lanes or bike lanes and pedestrian lanes. You get more congestion. And by the way, listen, if you're a liberal, Larry, they want you to take public transportation. I'm okay with public transportation. We have a whole department here for it. The problem is that it's dirty. You have criminals, it's homeless shelters, it's insane asylums, and it's a work ground for the criminal element of the city to prey upon the good people. So if you want people to ride a subway, make it clean, make it safe. It's very, very simple. But these liberals, I don't know, Larry, maybe you figured them out. I don't get it. They don't think through this stuff, and they come up with stupid policy.
Well, they don't invite me to their dinner parties anymore in New York. I mean, so I just have to, deal with that.
They never invited me, Larry.
Mr. Secretary, another point. You are changing the policies of the Transportation Department and its highways and roads and all the rest of it. Your predecessor, Buttigieg, was worried. He had DEI highways. I don't know. Highways are racist. I didn't understand that. He had all kinds of excuses for more climate spending. You're paring down those budgets and ending DEI, are you not?
So, Larry, first, every single grant had a request that people look at climate or they look at social justice. And so the problem is that costs the taxpayer money, I mean, 10, 15, 20% of a project in these additional costs that don't turn dirt, that don't build roads and bridges. And it takes more time when time is money. So the wasted cash of these requirements in these projects is outrageous, number one. But number two, Larry, I don't know if you followed the CAFE standards. That's the fuel efficiency standards that come from the Department of Transportation. The last administration put the standard at 50 miles a gallon. Well, there's no combustion engine that can come close to getting 50 miles to the gallon unless you put in EVs. Well, this analysis was never supposed to have EVs in the combustion engine analysis, and so we're gonna relook at what these numbers should be. It's probably closer to 40 miles a gallon versus 50. But if you can't meet the fuel efficiency standards as a fleet, if you're GM or Ford, you have to pay an additional tax or you have to buy a carbon offset. It was driving up the cost of a car by $2,000, $3,000 a vehicle because of these climate standards that no one could meet. So we're rolling back the crazy and we're bringing common sense. We want to build more projects. We want to build them faster. We want to have fuel efficiency standards that car companies can match and meet. And again, I think That's what America wants. They want us to build again.
Yes, sir. Mr. Secretary Sean Duffy, great to see you.